First of all, we got the Withdrawal Act through. Repealing the 1972 Act is the crown of all. That is the most important thing. If you repeal the 72 Act, you get out of the rules and obligations. You also get out of the Court of Justice. The problem is that this statement, these 3 pages, followed by the white paper, which of course we haven't seen yet,
indeed,
and all the kerfuffle and shenanigans that we witnessed over the last 24 hours, actually raises an enormous number of very, very serious questions.
Specifically?
Well, specifically, the question is, to what extent are we going to be bound by EU rules? I mean, that is, to summarise this, I mean, if you leave, you leave. And that is what the question asked for, and that is what the answer they got. So the question is, are we actually going to leave, or are we going to be bound in to some form of legal framework, as I said to the Prime Minister on Monday this last week, or which would amount to some kind of legal re-entry of some description? Now, until we see the white paper, we can't. I'm not ducking the question at all. What I am saying, on the basis of what I've seen so far and the discussions that have emerged in the commentaries, I think people have every reason to be concerned.
Yeah, indeed. In the terms that it's described, I mean, a common rule book. I mean, it sounds like you've got a copy of, the rules of association football in your back.
Well, it's the EU common rule book as well, by all accounts. And the question is, how and to what extent would we actually be able to make our own decisions on our own terms? One of the biggest mistakes that was made, in my opinion, from the beginning, was accepting the EU guidelines as being the basis on which we would negotiate. So we've effectively put ourselves in a position where we are more supplicating than actually saying we're leaving. And we have absolutely equal rights, as my European Scrutiny Committee report said a short time ago. We have an absolutely equal right with the other member states because we're leaving under Article 50.